But everything is written, right? But anyway, so falling, hitting my head, I just kind of laid there for a minute. It was like, am I okay? Am I going to need to go to the doctor? Am I going to need blah, 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 blah? You know, I was like assessing the situation. And I was like, no, I feel like I'm fine. So I just went about my way. And then as the month progressed, right, things started showing up. And I'm like, okay, well, it feels like I've been hit over the head. And it feels like I'm underwater. And it feels like this is going on. And it feels like this is going on. And I'm like, my ear became blocked and my eyes became blurry. And it was like, okay, what is going on here? Now, a doctor will look at that as head trauma, right? And yes, it is head trauma because I fell and hit my head. Now, with this situation, when the moon came up, the pink moon, I was seeing that um, that it is tied to a past life. I was hit over the head and fell into the ocean. Now I have a fear. I have a very deep respect of the ocean. I don't necessarily fear it, but um, I'll go out in the ocean, but I won't go far, you know. And I don't mind going out on boats, but I'm very careful on what boat I go out on. And there's certain situation that plays into it, right? If that makes sense. And it all is all tied into the situation. Now, the people I live with, that is in my surrounding, the one person has a sailboat, right? They go sailing, they do this and they do that, you know, and it's like, now I know why the people are around in my circle because it's a reflection, right? The other thing is that I went to a couple of groups and they were always talking about how they had near death life experiences with water, right? And I wasn't making the connection. And then I was seeing certain commercials on social media. I don't watch TV. Um, and it was talking about the one, it was Grammarly, and they had the one commercial saying I was underwater, but I didn't know how underwater I was. And I'm like, what is with all this water stuff? What's the connection here, right? As I was going through this past month. And then when the pink moon finally shifted, everything shifted. And during the time I went, I better go get my ear checked because my ear is blocked. What if it's infected? Blah, blah, blah. So I did. And it was like when they did the water cleaning out your ear, it was like the water of the ocean hitting me, you know, and I'm like, okay, it was almost like simulating the whole past life drowning situation with the ocean. And I'm like, oh my God. And then when the night